Right, folks, I'm going to do the same warning here that I'll be doing in the main channel video. I've done it on Twitch. I want everyone to be fully aware of the situation for the next couple of weeks. We are going completely out of sync with Twitch. Here on LOLLUJO 2, the videos will remain in sync with the main channel. But I'm going away next week, so we're recording all of this week's and all of next week's YouTube stuff on Twitch this week. So if you normally like to kind of dip in and out of Twitch, a little bit of Twitch, a little bit, you can't really do that for the next couple of weeks. We will get back in sync again once I'm back from my trip. But for now, I would recommend you just, if you're already watching on YouTube, just carry on watching on YouTube. LOLLUJO 2 in the morning, main channel in the afternoon, and just avoid Twitch because it's going to be absolutely rife with spoilers. That being said, if you're free for like 4 hours a night, every night this week, and want to watch on Twitch, you can get a week ahead on the series as well. Choose your own adventure, boys and girls. Headphones still on. You can tell who doesn't watch LOLLUJO 2 because they always question their headphones being on. We always wear the just sprayed coffee. We always keep the headphones on for LOLLUJO 2 intro. Main channel, we don't wear the headphones. LOLLUJO 2, we always wear headphones. That's how you know what channel you're watching. Is Kev wearing headphones? Must be LOLLUJO 2. Right, so we have got, what's that, 4 in-betweeny matches to crack on with before we get ready for tomorrow's YouTube video where we get to play Barcelona. It's actually the start of March that we play Barcelona. So over the course of this stream, we're probably going to finish the season tonight. That's one of the reasons we're starting early. We probably are going to be finishing the season tonight. Because we're already, what are we? 8 points clear of Malaga. We're well clear in the playoffs. So we're definitely getting at least the playoffs. Hopefully by the time the next main channel video comes around, we'll be even more clear at the top of the league. Ignore this slightly iffy form we've been in. Then we can go and get thumped by Barcelona but earn some money and then crack on and finish the season. That's the plan. Super duper. Of course, the January transfer window is still ongoing as well. We've got absolutely no money to spend. So don't expect us to do any business in the January transfer window, but it is a thing that's there. So bear that in mind. The main channel loyalists are really getting into defending it as well, because obviously views are absolutely through the floor. We're not even hitting 10,000 views a day anymore. It seems it's a tough sell for people who don't really get what's going on. It's very difficult to convince someone to watch this save because it's a club they've never heard of in a league they don't understand with players they've never heard of. I get that that's a tough sell, but the people who are watching it, I think, will agree. This is the best series I've done in a long time. This is great. I am loving this series. There you go. Watto confirming. This is my favourite series since Apollon. Exactly. I think I'd be inclined to agree. I'm having a lovely time. It's just a tough sell on the new folk. So lesson learned for the future. Me and Topher had a little bit of a impromptu discussion about it this afternoon. And I've made him promise to never let me do a creator club save again because people won't watch them. But yeah, part of me wonders where the views would be if we'd have just done CF Benidorm and not changed the name of the club. We'd probably be getting double the views. You live and you learn, boys and girls, because it's a massive spoiler. So let's not talk about it here. If you don't want a massive spoiler, stay away from the comments to today's YouTube video. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that it's much better to find out for myself as I go along. So seeing comments like that does make me reluctant to share databases in future, because and it's not just you. There's been a few people who've left similar comments. I'm not deleting them because I'm not a monster, but at the same time, let's try not to be too spoilery. Bottom line, if we accidentally don't manage the friendly, we'll just reload and go and manage the friendly, because that is what the next episode is going to be. I can't play Barcelona and not show you us playing Barcelona, especially because just putting a Barcelona shirt on today's thumbnail got us our first 1 of 10 of the series since episode 1, I think. I think it's the first time since episode 1 we've had a 1 of 10 in this series. There's been a gradual decline in views every single episode, but today we went full clickbait, and we're actually doing all right performance-wise today. I hate the fact that Simaggio keeps scoring. I hate it. We need to get rid of him. I'm glad he's out of contract at the end of the season. Is that actual Simaggio? I mean, judge for yourself. You telling me that's not Simaggio? Wouldn't it be better to not know Tom FM? Apparently, I'm stealing ideas off of Tom FM these days. That was I got a couple of comments like that on Saturday that I was stealing, as if Tom, I think his surname is Football Manager, as if Tom of the Football Manager invented using Football Manager to predict the Premier League season. As if Chelsea need investigating. I read it, I think it was in The Athletic, I read a thing over the weekend where apparently they're deliberately testing the rules. They're doing it on purpose to see how far they can push it and see what the punishment would be, and basically taking a calculated risk because they're not in Europe anyway. So they're not going to get chucked out of Europe because they're not in Europe. And I think the thinking within Chelsea is the punishment will be a fine, not a points deduction. And if the punishment is a fine, who cares? They just chalk it up to cost of doing business. So they're trying to basically do all of their transfers for the next several years in one go. If they get a fine, so be it. Worst case scenario, they might get a points deduction. They'll take that on the chin as well. But they're basically, because they've got no chance at all of passing FFP, their view now is, if we're failing it anyway, let's really fail it and do it. Just keep going, because they might have a window or two where they can't do any transfers. So they may as well just keep doing more and more. Now they're guaranteed to fail it. Right, Alex Boxall is happy to stay. That's big news. Do we just offer him a new contract immediately? That's usually the done thing in this situation. But, I mean, the thing that is most bonkers of all, to me as an interested observer in what the hell they're up to, they've spent nearly £1 billion in the last year and a half. That 11 they put out on Saturday or Sunday, or whenever was it, yesterday they played? That starting 11. Oh, they bought Sanchez this summer. Yeah, but they had Lucas Bergstrom on the bench yesterday, who wasn't good enough to play for Posh. Last year? Year before? Last year? Was it this time last year Bergstrom was on loan at Posh and wasn't good enough for us? So I don't think they're selling Kepa, aren't they? Or they've sold Kepa. So I think they need another goalkeeper. We've considered a penalty kick. Kepa's going on loan to Real Madrid. Yeah, so they need to sign another goalkeeper. Why are we losing? This isn't part of the script for today. New rules are you can only spread the cost of a transfer over a maximum of 5 years. 5 years is still only, what, 25 million a year for Caicedo. I mean, Simon scored again. It's so annoying. I can't be bothered to run the numbers, but Kante, how much would Kante have been on weekly? And does it work out as more than 25 million a year plus Caicedo's wages? Probably not. But Brighton have got are in the situation where having that amount of money isn't particularly useful to them, because they can't go out and sign a 50 or 60 million pound player because they won't want to sign for Brighton. So they're effectively they've got no choice really but to bank that money and keep on bringing in bargains. Speaking of money, who does Spurs spend their 95 million on? Daniel Levy, probably. Isn't that how Spurs do things? That's 2 football wins, boys and girls. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How long until we play Barcelona? Oh, now we've got Sevilla C. Sevilla are a mess, remember? They've not exactly backed him to stay up, have they? they seem to be acting as if they're accepting they're going back down, and that's fine. That's what they should be doing. They're looting. Hazza, thank you very much for 2 months. They do what Rotherham do, buy a good team for the division below with the hope of surprising everyone. Yeah, exactly. As a Norwich fan, this is what we do constantly. Overspend to stay up, go down, and it's burn. Oh, yeah. Norwich are a perfect example of what not to do. The amount of money Norwich spent the last time they came up. Posh had a decent start to fair. Yeah, 2 wins from 2. 2 clean sheets. Very positive signs. I think, I mean, if I was a Luton fan, I'd just go to as many away games as possible this season and have a lovely time. Knowing that the idea of me watching my team away at Man United and Liverpool and Arsenal is bonkers and I'm never going to see it again. And just treat it like 18 cup finals and Burnley away. Just announced Royal Quest 3, 14th of October at the Copper Box. I mean, that's EGX weekend, I think. So I'll be in London if I get my EGX Creator Pass, which I haven't got yet. They haven't opened them up yet. If I don't get a Creator Pass for EGX, I'm going to Barcelona that weekend for the Pokemon Go City Safari. So if I'm in the country, I'll probably get a ticket. But that's also FA Cup first round day, I think. So I probably can't go to Barcelona. So I probably will be in the country. But I could be anywhere in the country. So realistically, probably not going. Well, it's good to see it's back at the Copper Box. That ridiculous place it was in last year was awful. Copper Box is much more convenient. Well, we're losing against one of the worst teams to ever play in this league, which is alarming to say the least. I don't even watch Collision. I can't fit both AEW shows in. I don't watch any WWE. So yeah, don't have time for G1. Come on. Do I ever wonder where Peter would be in the leagues if the fans don't keep turning on Fergie? I mean, I think we'd probably be mid-table in the championship. What a weird goal this is. Can we now go and grab a winner? We're trying to win a title here. Bakal is off the bench. Can he score a worldie here? I think he's actually playing it into this area for someone to head in. Who's lurking? He plays it into that area. One of the Ivans gets on the end of it. Bakal! How do you get the badges for the home database? They're in the folder with the database itself. There you go. Alex has another new contract. Look at him go. Trafford went... Yeah. Trafford went for major... Trafford was playing in League One last year. Just because his contract was with Man City, that was a League One goalkeeper going for 20 million. I mean, I don't think we're getting a balcony. We're staying in the newly done up Art of Marvel hotel. I don't think we're getting a balcony in that one. Did I enjoy the Skegness stream? I did. Why is that goal? That was never offside. Psh. Yeah, it was a lot of fun doing an IRL stream. Lots more of that to come. I'm going to try and do that on most trips I go on now. I am a little bit alarmed that we've hit bad form just as we're hitting a YouTube video again. Yeah, if we can get through the next 2 weeks without people getting confused and angry, then I'll know that this new workflow, we got the workflow buzzword in. If we can get through the next 2 weeks without people confused, angry, or just stopping watching, then we can do this workflow long term. If, however, people get confused or upset or stop watching because they can't figure out how to keep up with it, then we're probably going to have to rethink things for FM24, because ultimately there are lots of times when I can't stream 5 days a week. I mean, if you look back at how many times I've streamed in the last year, it certainly doesn't come anywhere near averaging 5 times a week. So, but I always release YouTube videos. I don't miss them ever. So in order for the workflow to work, I need to be able to go out of sync, and hopefully people can cope with that. This is pretty much the point where we are falling out of sync, and we won't be back in sync until 2 weeks today. So if you weren't in at the start of the stream to explain what's going on, I'm away next week. So I'm streaming until Sunday on the normal schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday off, streaming on Sunday. Then Sunday's stream this week will be the last stream until the Monday after that. So we'll be missing a whole week of streams. But because I don't miss YouTube videos, we've got to record 2 weeks worth of YouTube videos this week. So every stream this week, all 5 streams, we'll be recording 2 YouTube videos. So this one we're about to record is the one that comes out tomorrow, but then we're just going to carry on, do the next lot of in-betweeny bits, and then record Wednesday's video tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be recording Thursday and Friday, and so on. So the further we get into this week, the more out of sync we're going to get here on Twitch. So if you can't watch every Twitch stream and it bothers you to be out of sync, avoid Twitch for the next couple of weeks. You can watch the in-betweeny bits on LOLLUJO 2. The main episodes will still be on the main channel, and LOLLUJO 2 will stay in sync with the main channel. But Twitch will be, I imagine, by Thursday, will be a season ahead on Twitch of YouTube.